West Coast Davengers. Welcome back to the West Coast Davengers. Hi. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2024. We are officially living in the future. Well, I guess we're living in the present, but you're watching this and I'm in the past. Anyway, time. Flat circle. Russ Cole. If you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. I know there has been a lot of new subscribers injected into this channel via a certain scandal involving a certain company we call CGC. Now, I know maybe this is a little contrarian, but I do have a very big, small CGC unboxing to do today on the channel. These books were actually submitted, I want to say about December 15th, somewhere around there, well before me and my homie and podcast partner, 9.9 Newsstand Manu, broke the news. And to set the record straight, we broke the news. A couple of weeks before me and Manu broke the scandal, right here, live on YouTube, I had submitted this. Now, before you watch this video, if you want to see a little bit of what went into pressing and cleaning these and the person that did it, Epic Comicology, visit his YouTube channel, Epic Comicology, and click on his newest video. I will link it down in the description below. I will tag him in here. You're going to see a bunch of views on these books. You're going to see a full flip through of these books, which are Amazing Spider-Man 4 and 14. These came from that collection that I got. That was the All Spider-Man collection very recently. One of the greatest things I've ever bought in my life. Maybe the greatest collection I've ever bought in my life. Small, yet strong. I sent these to Taj. He presses my high-value books to be the best book it could be. So go over, watch his video. Now, the spoiler is you know the books. You saw it in the thumbnail. You're going to see me flip through them right here, right now. So watch this. If you feel like you want to skip ahead, go ahead. You can skip to the grades at the end. To get a chance to see the inside of an original Amazing Spider-Man 4 and an original Amazing Spider-Man 14, these are not facsimiles, I'm going to do that right now with you. Grail time. All right, everybody. I'm making this video for a little bit of documentation. Plus, I want you to see what these books look like before they get inevitably encased in plastic. A little while ago, you saw me get this crazy Spider-Man collection of about 40 books with some very, very high-grade early Amazing Spider-Man. And these two are going to be the first of a few, not all, that are going to CGC. They're going to get worked on by my friend, Epic Comicology, Taj, who has his own YouTube channel as well. And so I wanted to just give a little look into the insides and the covers and all that of Amazing Spider-Man 4, the first appearance of Sandman, and Amazing Spider-Man 14, the first appearance of Green Goblin. So it's a shame if we don't take a look at this on the inside. So as you can see, you know, there's a little edge wear on this, and then a rip right here, but I still think that this is maybe like a 7.0, an 8.0, because these are white pages. I mean, the first page looks a little off-white, but as soon as you flip into the second page and beyond, you're looking at a white page. First appearance of Sandman, Amazing Spider-Man number 4. Look at that. There's an advertisement for these three comics, you know, Fantastic Four Annual 1 and Avengers 1 and then Strange Tales Annual 2. But this is the third or fourth appearance of Spider-Man. Man, Ditko Spider-Man's so weird. Look at the way he draws Sandman. Aim for the flat top, as the Ghostbusters said. I've never looked through this book before, obviously. Staples hold well in the centerfold right here. There's no blemishes. There's no writing. I mean, this thing is the interiors of this thing is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, J. Jonah Jameson right there. That he really looks like Hitler. So yeah, that's the inside of this book, and like Spider-Man, and you're sure to flip over X-Men. This is the beginning of the Marvel era. It's crazy to think that this book is advertising the X-Men as if people weren't in the know, but you know, this is when the X-Men debut around the same time. So history, this is like a piece of history right here, and it's in such beautiful conditions. All right, so let's take a look inside the Green Goblin. Well, inside the Amazing Spider-Man 14. I don't really want to look inside of Norman Osborn. He's evil. This one's a little bit better than number 4. There are some slight color breaking ticks here that you can really be tough to see even on the camera, but you might be able to catch it. The cover overlaps the book just a tiny bit, so that'll just need a little press. There is a tiny tear up there. I'm thinking that this book, when he's worked on it, the minimal amount of work that it needs, I'm thinking this is going to be a 9.2. I think the Sandman's going to be, like I said, I think I said before, a 7.5 or so. But look inside this. I mean, first page, white. Even whiter when you hit the second and third page. I mean, I can't believe it. It's like he's riding a broomstick. The glider was not exactly fully formed when Ditko and Stan created the Green Goblin. Also, I'm not going to read this book for the text right now, but why is there's no caves in New York City? I'm sorry, there are no caves in New York City. Not like that. And then the Hulk. Ditko drawing the Hulk's just off-brand. Kirby was the first person to draw the Hulk, and Ditko made him look like a blob. You know, I chuckle at the Ditko thing, but he had his own very unique style, and it is his style, and it's kind of charming the more you look at it. So as you can see, the interiors of this book are also just immaculate, and I mean, I don't even know what to expect. A little browning up there, but I think that's kind of natural for paper of this age. That's not foxing, unless it's considered foxing. I could be wrong. And there we are. These books are shipping today, and hopefully we'll be at CGC within the next week. You guys will not experience any time shift. It'll just be very quick, and I'll clap my hands, and there will be a box right here. All right. I know. These are big books. This is not like something that I would scoff at. And honestly, if they were not as high grade as they are, I would never have graded them. I do prefer to sell lower graded books. When I say lower graded books, I mean like a 3, a 4, a 2, sometimes even like a 4, 5. Anything like a 5 and above, it's just, you can't leave money on the table. Okay? And I do this for a living. I sell comics. So there are points where I have to say this needs to be graded. Now, I don't know what the future holds for these, where or how I'm going to sell them, but they will both be for sale. So let's take a look. I'm seeing these for the first time. I already know the grades. Typically, I like to keep these grades a surprise for the fun of the channel, but these books are too big to leave to chance and surprise. Now, the only thing that I need to worry about with this, and once again, I graded these books myself. These went raw to grade, so I don't have to worry about anything shady happening to them, unless, you know, I were to have some like neurodivergent psychotic break and like replace my own books. I couldn't leave this to chance. Now, obviously, the only thing that could be wrong is if CGC messed the slabs up, or if they got damaged in shipping. I already know what the slabs look like. They have the scans on CGC. But you never know what happens after they get scanned. Let's show you the Amazing Spider-Man 4 first. How about that? We'll go with the first appearance of Sandman. Oh my god. Oh, that is an 8-0. An 8-0 Amazing Spider-Man number 4, 1963, September. First appearance of Sandman and first appearance of Betty Brant as well. So you could see what that book looked like in the raw. You could see what it looked like when Taj had sent it off. And now you can see what it looks like in a slab. It's beautiful. Colors on this just amazing. And the interior was white pages. And so with this, I had predicted a 7.5 to an 8.0 after Taj had worked on it. And, you know, obviously I guess I don't give myself enough credit for knowing what I'm talking about, because I did. For the Amazing Spider-Man 14, you saw me flip through it. You saw Taj talk about it. You heard me predict the grade as a 9.2. And I guess I know what I'm talking about, because holy shit, I got a 9.2. Folks, this officially marks the biggest book that I've ever gotten from CGC back, that I've ever tried to get. This is just the biggest book for me, ever, period. This is an Amazing Spider-Man 14, first appearance of Green Goblin in a 9-2 white pages. Now, looks good in the slab. The slab itself looks good. This is a 9-2 white page Amazing Spider-Man 14. Unbelievable. And I can't believe that I predicted it on, spot on. I said after Taj works on this book, boom, it'll be a 9-2. Be a 9-2. Obviously a little wishful thinking, but also knowing what I'm looking at. It would have been incredible if this book was in a 9-8 shape when I got it, but it wasn't, so that's okay. But still, absolutely fantastic. This is the greatest submission I've ever had with CGC. It's all about knowing what you're buying when you're buying it, and that's really all that matters. I know there's a lot to talk about when it comes to CGC these days, but if you're buying raw and you're grading books, you have less to worry about. If you're buying from reputable sellers, people that you've maybe bought from for years, or whatever it is, then you have less to worry about. And I can only speak for myself and the people that I have on this channel. They're reputable sellers. Either way, that's not what this is about. This is about this huge win, and I'm really stoked on these. Thank you again for watching, and I'll be back with another video next week. Maybe it'll be something you're interested in. Either way, if you're not subscribed, please do so now. Hit the like button. Recommend this channel to friends. Watch the live streams that I did with Manu on the whole CGC scandal, or watch the Eric Larson interview that I dropped 3 weeks ago. But anyway, thank you for watching the West Coast Avengers. Happy New Year, and keep on digging. Blah. Say my name, say my name. When my name is Davenger, you call me Davenger, but it's wrong. Say my name.